If you've been prepping for a while, chances are you probably have gathered a bunch of stuff for emergencies like food, gear, water, and medical supplies. But having all of that can also make you stand out, especially if things get tough. So today, let's talk about how to hide your preps so they're not so obvious. One top trick is to avoid turning your home into the local prepper hotspot. Having UPS deliver all those survival goods to your doorstep can raise some eyebrows in the neighborhood. Your neighbors might also start wondering what's going on with all those packages. And the UPS driver will get the idea very quickly that you are stockpiling. But here's a simple solution. Consider setting up an account at a mail store. Cost is about $20 a month. They'll happily accept your packages for you, no questions asked. It's a way to keep your preps under the radar without drawing any attention. If you order through Amazon, select that the item is a gift. This will usually mean that any telltale information on the outside of the box will be hidden because they will put it into a bigger, plain box. Even if you're careful about who you tell, the look of your house or your car can give hints. For example, keep your property low-key from the outside. A bunch of rain barrels out front is a tell that you might be a prepper. It's smart to have the barrels, but like I said, it also screams prepper. So stash your prep stuff in spots that aren't so visible, like backyard corners or behind a fence. Just remember, even if it's out of sight, neighbors might still notice. If they ask, just brush it off. Say you're saving on water or it's good for the plants. Also keep in mind, fences can hide break-in spots, so keep your doors and windows locked tight. To keep your preps hidden when guests come over, stash stuff in those long, skinny plastic totes under your bed or behind other furniture. Long-term food can be hidden behind cereal boxes in your pantry, and non-temperature sensitive items can be put in the attic, the basement, or a spare room closet. These spots won't keep your stash safe in a break-in, but they'll keep prying eyes away. And when it comes to your car, avoid making it stand out. A regular four-wheel drive truck or SUV is pretty fine. I drive a 21-year-old Suburban. She has 101,000 miles on her, and she's got 100 to 200,000 more to go. Be careful with bumper stickers, too. Someone who is an observant can tell a lot about you just by looking at them. Another sneaky cool move is using PVC tubes. Try to get at least 4 inches in diameter, seal one end, and have a cap to put on the other end. These are quickly and cheaply made and can hide your stash on your property. You could also set up a cache system between your home and your bug-out location if that is something you think it would be a good idea to do. Made of heavy-duty plastic, these tubes can fit tons of supplies. Be sure to consider how far down you're able to dig. If your water table is high or your ground freezes completely in winter, you need to consider those things. If you're burying one, decide if you want it horizontal, which is easier to dig up, or vertical, which is tougher to find. Just pack your stuff in Mylar bags for extra waterproofing, and don't forget to spray WD-40 on your metal tools to keep them rust-free. You can also vacuum seal your stash supplies to keep them waterproof. To conceal your preps, you need to think like the people who will be hunting for goods after SHTF. If you're going to bury your stash vertically, use post hole diggers to bury it deep. While the PVC will provide a little distortion from metal detectors and ground-penetrating radar, it won't provide a lot. So here are a couple of tricks to confuse anyone who might come looking. Take a garbage bag full of aluminum cans and bury this on top of your PVC tube. Anyone who tries digging up what they think is your preps will hit that garbage bag and give up. Also, bury smaller trash bags containing aluminum cans or maybe handfuls of pennies around your yard. If you have the ability, vacuum seal or place your preps in Mylar bags and seal them, then tape them to the underside of any place you can think of. Tape them to the inside of the roof of your attic near where the pipes are. Tape them underneath any buildings, especially sheds with metal roofs. The back of the washing machine is another good place to tape things. Same with the refrigerator. You could get very tricky and use the PVC pipe container, then tape it to the PVC pipes in the attic. Cut the PVC to length so it matches the rest of the pipes. 99% of people would never notice there is an extra pipe that does nothing. If you have sprinklers or a septic tank or any other buried PVC pipe, bury your stash PVC container right next to those buried pipes. Once again, no one will think twice about it. Hiding stuff in your home? Skip the master bedroom or bathroom. It's too obvious. Instead, stash items in less searched spots like under the kitchen sink or in laundry rooms. Remember to put items where they are least looked for. In the case of under the kitchen sink, the best hiding place is going to be taping your stash to the inside of the cabinet above the doors. Searchers will look through everything in the cabinet, but they won't look up and back. For another great hideaway, install fake vents. This involves a little bit of thinking ahead. It will depend on the layout of your house, your apartment, whatever. Somewhere, the main pipes, ductwork, and all of that is in your walls or ceiling. Figure out where that is. There will be extra room in this space, so cut a hole in your drywall that is the size of a return air vent, place your stash up in this new cubby hole, and install the return air vent over it. If you rent or this isn't doable for some other reason, then use the vents you have. Just be sure you're using smaller tubes that don't block airflow. And do not place large items in your AC vents. If you're a handyman, install a false wall in the back of a closet or false backs on cabinets. Also, there is an amazing amount of space behind your drywall. Be careful of electrical wires, pipes, and all of that you might encounter, but you could place long items like rifles or another PVC tube container through a small hole in this space and then cover the hole with a painting or other decoration, hiding it perfectly. Outside, there are probably tons of places you could hide items if you just sit and look around for a few minutes. Smaller PVC pipe containers or even vacuum sealed packages would fit well in planter boxes, for instance. And if you have a garage, you now have tons of places to hide items. And spread out your stash. Many people decide to get storage units, but these can be hard to access if a grid down situation occurs. Additionally, many looters will target storage units very soon after an SHTF situation happens. If you've got a bug out spot, store supplies there. Just make sure it's secure and accessible in a pinch. Concealing your preps is crucial for security, whether you're worried about nosy neighbors or potential intruders. By adopting simple strategies like hiding valuables in unexpected places around your home, using diversion safes, or spreading out your supplies across multiple locations, you can safeguard your assets effectively. Remember to stay mindful of potential risks and to choose hiding spots wisely to ensure both security and accessibility. Whether it's using PVC containers or other creative solutions, the goal is to keep your prep safe and secure while flying under the radar. Well, this was a really fun video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know any good hiding spots you've thought about in the comments.